Story Mode.
Welcome to the Vel.
I wish you good luck.
Dankeschön. Okay. Just when I thought I've managed to throw her off balance, Elizabeth's son gets back up elegantly, as if nothing had just happened. Suddenly I feel an intensity build up in the air. Don't tell me she hadn't been taking this seriously at all up until now. In the next moment I'm swallowed into a torrent of power like a leaf being blown into the air, without the slightest understanding of what's happening. My vision blurs as I'm spun about, and before I can tell up from down, the floor jumps towards me and I'm slammed into the ground. Am I going to lose? Was? Nein, ich habe doch letztes Mal den Kampf gewonnen. Bullshit. As my consciousness fades, I see the faces of my friends and Aigi's son, all those I had fought against up until now. Ha! It's like that story that you see your life flash before your eyes just before you die. Am I dying? Can I really accept that? I'll fight as much as I have to in order to save my friends. I have to keep fighting. I've come so far, I can't lose heart now. I desperately force my legs to move and manage to stand up again. Elizabeth's son shuts her book with an air of finality.
I see. I am quite content with this outcome. It seems you possess true strength.
The unyielding torrent of power suddenly ceases without warning. Is it over? Even as I come to understand that, I continue to stand stock still, unable to move.
I believed you were at the limits of your stamina after the battle against Aegis earlier.
Willkommen zurück.
In actuality, your heart almost gave in during your struggle with me. But each time you faltered, the many hearts supporting you gave you strength, helping you to rise again.
She cuts herself off and nods to herself, as if to confirm some suspicion.
This was truly an intriguing battle. I believe our encounter has borne much flute.
Flute?
Flue? Chimneys. In any case, I am quite pleased.
Even after a battle, she acts like that. I feel like a fool for believing that she really would have killed me, even if it felt quite real at the time. Nintendo verteilt über Games Wolfrock. Spezialfähigkeit. Kursgrund. Japan, Kapus als Stelle. Ah ja, Nintendo. Beziehungsweise Game Freak. Wer auch immer. Gehst nicht nach Japan. Mensch. I can't believe any of this. My legs give out under me and I sink to the ground. Maybe she understands how I feel. Elizabeth's son looks straight into my eyes.
May I ask you something? To continue fighting in order to prevent an undesirable future, it is a path of endless hardship. Would you still choose to walk it?
Margaret had said something similar just before this tournament had begun. How I had overcome the ordeal concerning last year's case and opened the door. Margaret's and Elizabeth's son's words come together in my mind.
Yeah, working for a better tomorrow isn't just a one-time thing. The tomorrows keep coming.
Opening the door is necessary, but it's not what's truly important. What's more important is making sure that you follow the path that's beyond the door. Only once you have that path in mind does it matter whether you've opened the door or not. That's how I feel.
I would keep fighting for the future we want.
Weiteres Legendäres angekündigt. Gibt's immer noch nichts Neues. Japaner halt. Marshadow. Stimmt, das Ding da. Dazu gibt's immer noch nichts Neues. Eieiei. Seit wann sind Sonne und Mond draußen? Inzwischen doch, ach schon, weiß nicht, halbes Jahr oder so mindestens. I would keep fighting for the future we want. Elizabeth Fan smiles at my answer. It seems the former dweller of the Velvet Room is pleased with my answer. She must have chosen a path of her own at some point, and is doing everything in her power to see it through. Maybe I'm jumping to conclusions, but I feel as if I'm able to understand her a little better now. 18. November. Was haben wir jetzt? Mai, ne? Ja, knapp halbes Jahr. Fast. So um den Dreh rum.
Well then, it's time for me to bid you adieu. By your leave, I, Elizabeth, am out of here.
With this, Elizabeth briskly walks out of the room. She caused me some trouble, but I've also learned something about myself as well. I think I call it a draw. As I wave goodbye to Elizabeth, I hear Aige's son getting to her feet behind me.
Are you alright? You shouldn't force yourself to move.
I was concerned at first, but Aige's son doesn't seem to be very hurt, or damaged, or whatever you would say. She was likely just knocked out. I had absolutely no chance of winning if I'd gone easy on her, either. This is getting ridiculous.
You are very kind. We've only just met, and yet you're worried about a machine like myself.
Huh? Isn't that normal?
Aige's son laughs at my confusion.
Seeing you smile like that, I don't know. I just can't think of you as a machine. You have a heart, right? Then it doesn't matter whether you're man or machine.
Aige's son stops laughing and thinks deeply for a moment. But after a few seconds, she looks back up at me with a serious look in her eyes.
You have defeated me in single combat. That will make it difficult for me to continue forward. But I believe I can trust you. Will you listen to my mission directive?
I have no reason to say no. I look Aige's son square in the eye and nod reassuringly. And so, Aige's son told me about her directive, and it was truly surprising. There was another case involving personas and shadows outside of Inaba, even before our adventure last year. And she's a weapon with a heart, created with the express purpose of wielding a persona to fight the shadows. She believes that this current situation came to be because someone had stolen a similar weapon and caused it to enter the TV world.
So, there's another girl robot with a heart like you, and she's the cause of all this?
We came to this world to retrieve her. My older sister, the 5th generation anti-shadow suppression weapon, Labris, is in this world somewhere.
Nanako, Miss President, her shadow, and now, Labris. I have a mountain of tasks to accomplish now. But even though I have a lot to do, I can't ignore any of it.
Tell me more about Labris, and I'll do what I can to help you get her back.
Ich bin gerade mal am Schauen, für was Persona 1 und 2 rauskam. Ich weiß ja, dass Persona 3 für die PS2 rauskam. Persona 1 für PlayStation und Windows, dann später PSP. Interessant, und Persona 2 hat anscheinend 2 Teile. Persona 2, PlayStation, und dann später nochmal PSP anscheinend. Und der zweite Persona 2 Teil auch der PlayStation 1 und dann nochmal PSP. Interessant. Und ich lese anscheinend gerade, the fuck. Ich lese gerade, es gibt ein Spiel, das, also wir haben ja hier Persona 4. Nach Persona 4 spielt Persona 4 Arena, das wir gerade spielen. Nach Persona 4 Arena spielt Persona 4 Arena Ultimax. Und dann gibt es noch ein Spiel, das nach Persona 4 Arena Ultimax spielt. Das da hier. Persona 4 Dancing All Night. The fuck? Nur für PS Vita. Rhythmusspiel. Alles klar. Sehr interessant.
Unfortunately.
Aige-san's expression clouded. She said that she was a machine, but that she really is no different from a human. As I'm listening to her, I think about what this means in my search for Labris. It's not helpful.
So you don't know what she looks like, what she can do, or what equipment she's loaded with?
Basically, all she can tell me is that Labris is a robot who's built to look like a girl. Wait a second. I did meet a girl I don't know in the TV world. Miss President! Could Miss President be Labris?
Is there a possibility that she looks, well, more human than you? You mentioned earlier that she was your older sister, so I assume she was built before you, but...
My sister was an older model, a prototype for the 5th generation to be exact. It's doubtful that she would look more human than myself.
Hallo Rezos. Heute mal grün. Then there's no way Miss President could be Labris. I could tell at first glance that Aige-san was a machine. Miss President appears to be a completely human. I never once considered that she might not be human until just now. But that just makes things even more complicated. What in the world is going on inside this TV?
Alright, in any case, I'll keep an eye out for her. But right now, I'm heading to the announcement room. If Labris is the cause of this, then I'm bound to meet up with her eventually.
I shrug slightly. I don't want to be so grave. Aige-san must sense what I'm trying to do and smiles.
Thank you. I will trust my sister's fate to you.
Of course! I give Aige-san a determined nod and run out of the classroom. Okay, mal schauen, wer als nächstes kommt. But man, what a busy golden week. I have to make sure Nanako's okay, find Miss President, unmask whoever's masquerading as Teddy, and now search for Labris somewhere in here. If this wasn't happening, I'd be kicking it with my friends at the Tunes food court. Yukiko seemed to be trying to be coy, but I'm pretty sure that big bundle she was carrying was probably boxed lunches that she'd made. As to how they might taste, well, let's not get sidetracked. I'm sure we'd all have enjoyed them anyway. Eventually I would have called Nanako over and we would have bought some snacks together. There were things I wanted to buy from the Shiroku store, and maybe I could have made it to Zozai Daigaku in time to buy the last of their special croquettes. I wanted to talk with the owner of Daidara and get some books from the Yomenaido bookstore. I'd have had a steak bowl at Aya, hung out with the fox at the Tatsuhime shrine, waited for my uncle so we could have dinner, and tomorrow I'd have gone fishing. If the one who ruined my vacation and caused all these problems is the same person who stole Labris, and if they've truly brought Nanako back into the TV world, I will catch them no matter what.
They're not getting away from me.
As I run on, I come across yet another blue door. Perhaps it's a sign that I need to calm down. True, I may have lost my cool for a moment.
Someone here? Again?
I reach towards the door with a relaxed smile. Margaret is in her usual position. I glance around to see if there's anyone else in here. It looks like a nutcase of a sister isn't here. Handy. Ugh. Margaret notices me looking in sighs, a seductive sound that also conveys annoyance.
It seems my sister has caused you some trouble. Though this may mean that I'm not the only one who is drawn to the light of your potential.
There's a hint of tenderness towards her sister in her words. Her sister must be important to her. I can tell from the look on her face. Do I look like that when I talk about Nanako? Margaret pulls herself together and speaks again.
You have gained new resolve by overcoming many doubts and falsehoods.
A new resolve? I find myself nodding along.
You have reached the threshold of truth, but man's hearts are mutable. That is why a resolve to continue fighting is more important than any one victory or defeat.
Yeah, I understand.
But this will be a difficult battle without end. Are you equal to the challenge?
The way she puts it makes it seem as if she was testing me. I don't respond immediately and think about the question. It would be lying to say that I'm not worried. I know that my heart can be swayed by change. There's no knowing that will happen from moment to moment. But even then...
If I have my friends, if I'm not alone, I can do it.
I see.
Margaret nods slightly in response.
I have heard your answer, but it's not enough. Remember what I told you before? The heart is shaken more by a single action than by 1,000 words.
As she smiles, my vision begins to blur. I hear words being repeated. I have reached the threshold of truth. Everything that's happening during the course of this case runs through my mind. The new appearance of the TV world, this tournament pitting us against each other, the student council president and a fake Teddy, my encounter with a weapon with a heart, Aige-san searching for her sister Labris, and the determination that I've gained through these constant battles. What I must accomplish. How do I show what I've decided through my actions? It seems that the number of invisible walls has decreased. Blah. Could this mean that the end is near? Just as I think that, I hear a familiar voice.
That's enough!
That was Miss President's voice. It was coming from the door to the announcement room. I finally made it. I open the door to the announcement room and rush inside. Das war groß.
You're finally here! Hello, Sensei! Congratulations! How does it feel to have won the P1 Grand Prix?
Ich hab gewonnen. Yay! The general smirks at me as I pass through the door. Behind him, Miss President and Rize. When the two of them see me, Miss President looks confused, while Rize's face lights up with joy.
There you are, Senpai! You're late!
I have to stay cautious of the general, but I signal to the girls that everything will be all right now. The general is closer to them than I am. I can't afford to make any reckless moves just yet. And there's one more thing I need to know.
Teddy, where's Nanako?
I look around the announcement room, but Nanako is nowhere to be found. The general's face distorts with an ugly glee.
Nana-chan's right here. See?
Slowly, the general extends the arm that was held behind him. And there was Nanako! Her arms are clutched to her chest, and she slowly takes a few steps towards me, obviously frightened.
Nanako!
After taking a step forward, I notice something bizarre. The general disappeared. For a brief instant, my full attention had been focused on Nanako. The general had been standing directly behind her, but now he's gone. How could he have gone somewhere else that quickly, right in front of me, without me noticing it?
Big bro.
While I'm confused about the general's disappearance, Nanako weakly calls to me. Nanako's obviously been weakened by being in the TV world. She totters towards me unsteadily, looking ready to collapse at any moment. I can think about the general later. I have to save Nanako right now. As I reach out to her, Rize yells.
Senpai, no! Nanako-chan's not there!
But Nanako's not here. What is she saying? She's right here. Just as I'm about to say so, my hand stops. Something's not right. I try to look into Nanako's face once more, and in her eyes, I saw madness.
Oh, so close! Just a little more and Sensei would have been a goner!
You bastard!
I'd barely reacted in time to draw my sword to block the attack. The general suddenly appeared out of nowhere to attack me with his cane, and I get a good look at him as our weapons clash together. I see the madness in his eyes, the same madness that I had seen in Nanako's only a moment ago, before. That's when I noticed that Nanako has disappeared. What's going on?
You've got it wrong, Senpai. It's all been him from the beginning. He can make whoever's looking at him see him as someone else.
So he's not actually taking on other forms?
No, he's just distorting the things you see and hear.
That's right, the enemy is able to control what I see and hear. I realized that after all the battles I'd had today, but seeing Nanako had made me forget all that. The general laughs at this.
It's hard for me to show someone who isn't here. But you actually saw this Nanako girl? You're hopeless.
Just like how my friends hadn't actually gone crazy before our fights, Nanako had never been brought into this world in the first place. The appearance before me is a fake. He distorted our senses all to make us suffer. But just as I'd thought he couldn't deceive Rize's persona abilities. That's why he kidnapped her, to keep her from warning us during his tournament. Now that I know that, I push the general's cane away and jump back towards the girl in order to distance myself from him. Good, now I'm between them and the general. I then look straight at the one behind this bizarre situation.
Who in the world are you?
You still can't tell? Seriously, the level of intelligence around here. Fine then. Here. Get a good look.
Oh. Ah! Anime. Wer ist das? Yo! Ist es die Schwester von der einen?
I am a shadow.
Ach!
True self.
Hä? Warum hat die im Anime so türkise Haare gehabt und jetzt hat sie wieder so silberne Dinge? Hä?
That's my face.
I saw metal limbs, golden eyes, a ponytail, and a mirror image of Miss President's face, even though she was standing behind me, trembling.
How about it? You wanted to see what I am, didn't you? Why does she look like me?
That's its true form. That thing is your shadow.
This is a shadow? She really came from inside me?
Greaser tries to call Miss President, but the girl shakes her head in denial and squeezes her eyes shut. While Miss President refuses to look at this mechanical-looking being, I now understand what is going on. Because this isn't the first time I've seen a robotic girl before. All the facts match up. The way she was able to run so fast without so much as breathing heavily even in the TV world. The sense of wrongness that I'd had when Miss President had asked me about killing my friends. The way she avoided telling me her name. That superhuman strength when she had cheer, and that incredible jump to get away from us. And the Shadow's ability to interfere with the senses of other people. Just as Margaret had said, all the pieces to the puzzle were laid out before me. They've all come together, and now I can see the truth. She is indeed Labrys. Oh, okay. Labrys, another weapon with a heart, stolen by someone unknown and thrown into the TV world. Created this world and forced us to fight our friends. This deep-rooted depression regarding her past memories. All of this took the form of Labrys' shadow, who manipulated everything here.
Labrys, don't look away. If you don't accept her, she'll get even stronger.
Labrys only shivers while I call out to her. There has to be some reason why she believed that she was the student council president. But that's just a disguise, more for herself than for us. No matter how comfortable it is, it's only there to cloud her eyes from the truth.
I don't know what your past was like. It must have had some painful memories. But you have us with you now. We're going to get you out of here.
I call out to Labrys while keeping an eye on the shadow. A shadow is the darkness within a person's heart. Unless it is accepted by the person it came from, it will never disappear for good. But with that in mind, all we can do is watch over her as she accepts this darkness within her. We'll have to protect her when the shadow goes berserk and tries to kill her. But Labrys continues to shake her head and tremble violently. My words aren't getting through to her.
You hear that, me? Your friend is trying to tell you something.
Nein, Labrys, sag's nicht.
Too bad he doesn't understand at all. These clowns are so hopelessly naive.
The shadow laughs shrilly. it continues to smear more poison into Labrys's heart.
I wish I could have made them feel my pain. What it's like having to murder one another. That sadness and pain and anguish. Everything went black, and I was always left alone. I'm a weapon. A machine made only to fight. No human can understand my suffering. Stop! I've had enough. I'm human. I'm not like that.
Nein, sag's nicht. This isn't good. I settle into a fighting stance, ready for anything, though I have a good idea what's going to happen.
Oh, you're still clinging to that. Then take a look at what you really are.
The shadow's eyes gleam with golden light. The change begins immediately. A shimmer runs across Labrys's body, and instead of the normal human girl there had been a moment ago, she has a metallic body, just like her shadow.
No! No!
Labrys loses all composure and scratches at her arm, trying to tear away the metal that had appeared. But there was more to her change than just her arms. Her legs, waist, chest, even her head, everything not covered by her clothing was now obviously mechanical. The reality that she didn't want to face. There are no words we can say to her. No matter what we say, reality won't change. Labrys falls to her knees and finally mutters the words I was dreading she'd say. Sag's nicht, nein. To be continued. What? What? Wie to be continued?
Welcome
What?
to the Velvet Room. This place exists
Bullshit.
between dream and reality, mind and matter. Now then, why don't you introduce yourself?
What? Bullshit. Na gut. Next one. Ja. Okay, okay, also steht schon mal fest, Zelda ist als nächstes.
And the heart is strengthened through bonds. As
Dann
you form bonds by becoming involved with others, your own social links will gradually develop. The power of these social links is what will determine your persona's abilities.
Yosuke, Hier, Kanji. Oder die. Schreibt man Kanji so? Ja, gut. So, bitte mal. Bitte mal abstimmen. Welche Story ihr als nächstes sehen möchtet. Oder Teil-Story, was weiß ich.
Welcome to the Velvet Room.
2 Stimmen Teddy, eine
This
Stimme
place exists
Yosuke.
between dream and reality, mind and matter. Now then, why don't you introduce yourself?
I wish you good luck.
Dann schauen wir uns mal Teddy an.
How did this happen?
It's so cramped in here. Bis später, Ritus. I woke up in some box-like thing and I'm jammed in it tight. Plus I'm stiff as a board, I can't move my arms or legs. How did I get here?
I was getting ready at Juness before it opened, and then...
Every day is Customer Appreciation Day since I work at Juness. I wish sometimes I was the one getting waited on. That's what I was thinking while I was cleaning the store. The lady in electronics came over and asked me to clean up there too, so I gladly agreed and... Oh, now I remember. I was passing in front of a big TV and stopped for a sec. That TV helped us out a lot last year when we solved the case together and made my world peaceful again. That's why I got lost in thought thinking about those days. I wonder how Sensei is doing back in the city where he's from and stuff like that. Oh, my world is the world inside the TV. Bist einkaufen. What? Okay, bis dann now. I used to be all alone there, but last year some other people fell into it and I joined this investigation team. Well, the details don't matter. The point is I helped solve a murder case. That brings back memories. Chie-chan, Yukiko-chan, Rise-chan, Nao-chan. I was surrounded by beauties. Hörst du? Hörst du now? Bist ein Beauty. Oh, Kanchi was there too, I forgot. But back on subject, we used this big TV in the Juness electronics department to go back and forth between this world and my world. And... I'm picking up a weird scent.
What's that smell?
What's it smell?
It feels like someone's gone into my world.
Last year, victims were dumped into my world from this world, but that case is over, so it can't be that, right? I have an exit TV stashed there in case someone gets in by mistake, so anyone should be able to come back. Oh, I get it.
I bet it's Yosuke slipping out before we open so he can slack off. I won't let him get away with it.
I'm not letting Yosuke slack off while I'm working so hard. I thought I should go teach him a lesson. Yo. And that's why I jumped into the TV. I wasn't thinking of slacking off too, not at all.
What happened after that? I remember it felt a little different than normal when I fell in.
I don't remember anything after that. Where on earth am I? Actually, what time is it? It's not past snack time yet, is it? Oh no. Thinking about snacks is making me hungry. Sensei, Yosuke, I won't slack off anymore. Please help me.
I'm so hungry that everything's spinning. This must be what it's like to see your life flash before you at the end.
Oh, this scene. This is the Juness rooftop from a few days ago. If I remember right, we all got together after Yosuke and I were off work.
Jie-chan! Yuki-chan!
There he is. You look like you were working hard, Teddy.
Here, Teddy, you can sit with me.
Don't mind if I do. I'm so tired. They're working me like a slave. Pet me, Yuki-chan and Chie-chan.
What are you blabbering about? That was totally in your job description. Here.
I squeeze between the two ladies and Yosuke sets one of the cups he's holding in front of me. Oh, I smell melon soda. Is Yosuke buying? He must be feeling generous today.
Woohoo! Thank you very much, Yosuke.
The sweet scent that fills my nostrils, the torrent of refreshing soda, the sweet taste against my tongue. Ah! A bear could live for this.
How'd you chug that? Wasn't it carbonated? I'm surprised you could drink it so fast.
You must have been so thirsty. There.
Yuki-chan pets my proud bear fur. Hehe, I'm in heaven.
I guess it was a bit busier than usual. Sorry for making you girls wait.
It's alright. It's not like we had anything to do either. Anyway, what's this important announcement you have?
Important announcement? I haven't heard anything about this. Chie-chan and Yuki-chan look like they don't know what he's talking about either.
Well, about that.
Okay.
What is it? Is it bad news? Just keeps piling on the suspense, and we all keep leaning in more and more.
Huh? Hey, where's Kanji?
Ah, stupid Yosuke! Why'd he have to pull such a mean trick? Da gab's ein bisschen Probleme beim Übersetzen. I fell out of my seat.
Man, what the hell? You made me slam my elbow into the table.
Sorry, I just noticed he was gone.
I had some business to take care of at the inn, so I stopped by Tatsumiya before I came here, but Kanji-kun wasn't there.
Und wo Naoto ist, fragt sich keiner.
We can just fill him in later. Come on, I'm dying to know what this is about. Out with it already!
You have a point there. So what I was going to tell you was...
Finally, Yosuke is getting to the point.
What?
Everyone is so surprised we nearly rocketed out of our seats. Of course, though, senseis.
Are you for real?
Senseis?
Coming back?
That's a big deal. This is serious. Our fearless leader of the investigation team, who went back to the city after closing the case. The #1 bad boy of Inaba. And now he's coming back to our little country town.
You should see the looks on your faces. I kept it a secret all this time just to surprise you guys. Golden Week is coming up, so he's planning on spending the second half of break over here.
I'm so happy. Oh man, I can't just sit around like this. If Sensei is coming back, we gotta be ready with snacks, and more snacks.
Wow, cool! You were so serious that I was getting worried it would be something bad. Actually, why'd you keep it a secret up to the last minute?
Chie-chan slaps Yosuke's back with a thunderous noise and Yosuke spews out his drink. She's right, it's not fair that Yosuke knew and kept it a secret from us.
You don't have to hit me so hard. Isn't it more exciting to play up the suspense a little?
I don't care if it's suspense or sixpence. Still, everyone looks so happy. Hehehe. See how amazing Sensei is. Just hearing he's coming back is making everyone so excited.
Senpai's coming back?
Here! That voice. Is that Kanji? I turn around only to see Kanji standing there with a terrified look on his face.
Yeah! When did you get here?
You told me sooner. Damn it, I gotta get to work.
And there he goes, zooming off. What was that about? Could he also be off to buy snacks for Sensei? I can't let him beat me to it.
What's gotten into him?
Who cares? At least he knows now. But hey, what about Risei-chan and Naoto-kun? Do they know
Ach
about
stimmt,
you
Reese ist ja auch
coming
nicht da. That's right. Never mind, Kanji. Do Risei-chan and Nao-chan know Sensei's coming? We can't keep something this big a secret from them.
Yeah, I already called up Risei. I thought she'd have a hard time adjusting her work
Falsche
schedule.
Stimme, falsche Haarfarbe. Was?
Sounded like she's busy preparing for her comeback, but she said she'll definitely make it.
Oh, she is a lot busier now compared to when she was taking her hiatus.
I can't wait for her to make a complete
Kanji.
comeback. I'm gonna watch every program she's in.
Da habe ich gar nicht auf die Haarfarbe geachtet. Muss mal drauf
I
schauen.
hereby claim control over the remotes to all the TVs in Juness. Yosuke's room too.
Na, Stimme? Das ist nicht die originale Stimme.
Maybe you should wait to do that until you've actually learned the channel names.
So what about Naoto-kun?
I don't know. I couldn't reach her on her cell. Though she did say that she was handling more cases ever since spring, so I bet she's busy.
Chie-chan says then that she'll try calling Nao-chan later. Way to go, Chie-chan. If Sensei is coming, we should all be here for him. I'll follow Chie-chan's example and try calling up Sensei too. What should I talk to him about?
Man, though, this brings back memories of the investigation team.
Yeah. It's kind of strange to feel nostalgic about that.
Yukiko hört sich anders an.
We were pretty desperate while the case was going on. It's only now that I'm finally feeling like it's all over.
Still, it's just been 2 months, and it already feels like it was a long time ago.
Everyone quiets down a little. Yosuke's right. Meeting everyone, fighting alongside them, getting accepted as a real friend. It all feels like it happened a long time ago. Back then, it was normal for me to be alone, but now it's more normal to be with all my friends. Really, I can't imagine living without Yosuke and everyone anymore. It's even harder to imagine than a life without TV and snacks.
So, since our bro is coming back, let's put together a plan for Golden Week. I want to do it right, you know? Give him a great welcome and stuff.
Ooh, great idea!
I agree.
I can't wait to hang out with Sensei again! Sensei, I wanted to see you one last time.
No, it wasn't supposed to be like this. Golden Week with Sensei. I had all kinds of plans, like running through fields of flowers, catching salmon together, and lots of other surprises too. What a shame.
I'm done for. My stomach and back are going to stick together. Actually, I think they already are. I'm paper thin. Huh?
Oh, lucky me. With my body so thin from starvation, I might be able to slip through the cracks of this cramped box. But...
Wow! Hooray for Teddy Power!
What? I knew it. Thanks to my slim figure, I made a graceful escape from my prison.
Lady Luck loves me!
Aber es konnte der doch nur machen, als er nur das Kostüm war. Nicht in Menschenkostüm.
But if she loves me, I wish she hadn't stuck me in a cleaning supply closet.
Das macht keinen Sinn. That's right. I found that out as soon as I escaped. It turns out that the box I was in was the cleaning supply closet I've seen at school. Well, maybe I'm happy to be sure to be out safe. Yep. When I breathe in deep and flex my muscles, my body poofs out to its original round shape. Huh. There's no way anyone could do that. Hehe, don't think I'm just an ordinary boy like any other. Actually, don't worry about details like that at all. What's important is that I'm free now. Yeah. Okay, einfach nicht drüber nachdenken.
So, where am I? If there's a locker...
Ich meine, ja, der ist in der TV-Welt. Aber die anderen können das ja auch nicht machen. Und in seinem Kostüm müsste ja die menschliche Form sein. Aber wie Teddy schon sagt, einfach nicht drüber nachdenken. Ist halt einfach passiert. I can't believe a combat veteran like me forgot to check my surroundings. There are desks and chairs, lockers and a blackboard, bulletin board and... Huh?
Then this must be a school! Huh? But why? I thought I entered a TV.
Like I said, this is the world inside the TV. You have to go through a TV to get here from Sensei's world. And depending on what TV you go through, you come out somewhere different in my world.
This isn't where I usually start out. That's strange. Oh well, I should just hurry on ahead.
I've picked up a few things from Nao-chan, my ace detective friend. The most important thing to know is in solving a case are the circumstances and the facts. Just standing around here won't help me find either of those.
Well then, Teddy away!
To be continued. Oder auch nicht.
This makes no sense. There ought to be someone else here. What's going on?
I wander through the weird building in search of a clue, but I'm not finding anything. This building really is bizarre. I don't know much about it, but this place looks just like what I remember of Yosuke's school. The thing is, my world changes whenever someone enters it. I know that all too well from the case last year. When someone gets dumped in here, that person's hidden feelings affect the world around them. Does that mean whoever it was goes to the same school as Sensei and Yosuke? Then again, I still don't know if anyone really did get dumped in here or not. Wäre etwas früh. Ja. I see a little light through a crack in the door of a classroom at the end of the hallway. It reminds me of that naughty nurse show Yosuke watches late at night. Time to sneak a peek.
I'm coming in! Wait, is that a TV? Why is it here?
The classroom ceiling's all weird, and there's a turned-on TV hanging in the corner. It's on, but nothing's showing on it, just static. I get closer to it when...
Rivals. They are friends, yet powerful foes. The desperate fighting program amongst high school students. A new legend is about to start.
Yeah.
May the manliest of all men come on down!
Nobody touches his precious Nanako, the sister complex kingpin of steel, Yu Narukami!
It's only natural.
Wage slave in the boonies by day, hero by night, Captain Resentiment, Yosuke Hanamura!
Everything that bores me has gotta go.
A spunky dragon with deadly legs, the carnivore who's discarded womanhood, Chie Satonaka!
You need to eat more meat!
Please escort me to the ring, my prince! The unconquerable Snow Black, Yukiko Amagi!
I'll finish you in one strike!
Blooming roses and bulging muzzles, the blood-curdling beefcake emperor, Kanji Tatsumi!
Deep into realms of romance.
The body of a child, the brain of a genius, the 2000 IQ killjoy detective, Naoto Shirogane!
Is this an army of idiots?
Fight and survive towards the one throne waiting at the end! The P1 Grand Prix where fierce fights will be fought! The battle begins tonight!
P1 Grand Prix? What the heck? Sensei! Yosuke? Chie-chan? Even Yuki-chan? And who was that bear in the funny clothes?
What's going on? When did those guys record this cool commercial? There was someone like me on it too, but it wasn't me. Those taglines were pretty funky, but that's not the biggest problem. Who's this General Teddy? I don't remember making this video, but it looks exactly like me. Exactly?
It looked exactly like me. Did it be my shadow? Did it spill out again just like last year?
This still doesn't make sense. I'm positive I would have noticed if my shadow came back out again. So, he's a no-good faker out to cash in on my popularity. How dare he impersonate me and mess with everyone with that neat-looking tournament? A violation? Violation. Das Wort gibt's nicht. Also, Violation, das wäre. Violation of my image rights can't be Okay, das sind wahrscheinlich irgendwelche Puns, irgendwelche Wortspiele, die ich nicht verstehe. A violation of my image rights can't be tolerated. Oh, I made a joke. Okay.
Looks like I'll have to punish this barefaced liar and win the P1 Grand Prix. No one can stop me! Sometimes I'm a beautiful girl, at others I'm a miraculously handsome boy. I am the alluring, fluffy Prince Teddy!
Was, Mädchen? Hä? Was?
Time to jump in on this P1 Grand Prix!
Schönheitswettbewerb. Stimmt, ja.
What's with these
Ja, stimmt.
walls? It's no fair that I keep squashing my nose into things I can't see.
Ever since I left the classroom, I keep running into invisible walls everywhere. My head's all lumpy now. Who put these things in the middle of the hall? I'm having a hard time getting through them. I stamp my feet in frustration and then hear a strange voice calling from behind.
Hey, you there! Round thing! What's all this fuss about?
When I turned around, I was greeted with the sight of a cutie pie with adorable eyes. Her hands were resting on her thin hips. Her gaze was like an arrow into my heart.
Ooh, what a pretty stranger.
Hallo geht's aus.
Do you have some business with me?
Nicht vergessen, aber nicht mit dem, was Teddy gesagt hat, in Zusammenhang gebracht.
Well, yeah, of course I do. Looks like you can at least talk, though. Anyway, I'm gonna need you to stop all this horseplay at once. You're hosting this event, right?
Sheesh, how rude. That's just a huge misunderstanding, baby. That Teddy's pretending to be me. Can't you tell how much better my coat of fur is?
Pretending? You seriously think a lame excuse like that is gonna fly? What if other students got hurt in this crap? You didn't even run it by the student council.
Yikes! She doesn't believe me. Can't she tell the difference between such the adorably genuine article and a cheap fake? My teddy fur has truly lost its sheen. Actually, who is this girl? She's got this weird way of talking, and oops, it's starting to brush off on me.
Like I keep saying, you've got it all wrong. Who are you anyway? Normal people shouldn't be here.
Who am I? I'm this school's student council president. Why wouldn't I be here?
Das vom Teddy Weg mitbekommen. Kurz zusammengefasst, Teddy war in Jeunesse arbeiten, hat sich den Fernseher angeschaut, den die letztes Jahr während dem Mordfall immer wieder benutzt haben, und dann ist er, glaube ich, irgendwie reingefallen oder so. Ich weiß gar nicht, das hat er gar nicht richtig gesagt. Jedenfalls ist er dann in so einem Schrank aufgewacht, in einem Zeugschrank, und ja, dann ist er rausgegangen und jetzt ist er einfach weitergelaufen. Grob gesagt war es das. Also an sich nicht viel.
President? Those clothes are the same ones that Chie-chan and the girls wear. So, cutie pie, are you a VIP at the school sensei and the others go to?
Well, just being president don't make me anything special.
Ah ja, stimmt. Der ist von alleine reingegangen, weil er gedacht hat, die Ausgabe. Stimmt, das ist schon wieder vergessen.
The students picked me, so I gotta work to repay the favor, right? And stopping this craziness is part of that.
Paul. Die hat einen sehr, sehr komischen Dialekt bzw. Akzent. Kleines bisschen britisch, kleines bisschen texanisch, kleines bisschen New Yorker. Die ist merkwürdig. My, how modest! A pretty girl chosen by her peers who works her fingers to the bone for the common people. She's a goddess! I've just met a goddess. How moving. I don't care who she is anymore. I'm going to support whatever Miss President does all the way. If she wants to stop this mess, then I'll roll up my sleeves and get to work.
Miss President, I'll follow wherever you go.
Whoa, what's the deal? What's this all of a sudden?
Sorry, but it's been decided. From here on, Miss President, I will protect you. If you're a princess, then I shall be your loyal knight.
My knight? But ain't you the one who caused all of this to begin with?
I keep telling you, it wasn't me. I'll save the princess from the evil imposter. And at the end, a kiss.
There you are, Labras.
What? Ah, who said that? The fuck? Wer ist das denn jetzt bitte? When I turn around, I see a weird red-caped guy standing there, staring at Miss President and me. When did he show up?
Who's this weird-looking guy in a cape?
What gives you the right to call me weird-looking? You seem pretty suspicious yourself.
How rude! I could turn that back on you. All half-naked with only a cape on? It's you who's suspicious.
What a rude dude! How dare he insult a knight like me? I get it now. This red-caped guy is the one who made this weird school on the TV and dragged us into this. That must be it.
Well, never mind that. You there. You must be Lapras. I'm Akihiko Sanada, and I've come to retrieve you. I'm sure you'll understand if I say that I'm working with Kiricho. And you, in the bizarre costume, are you the one who stole her?
Lapras? Kiricho.
Huh? What's he talking about? Is Labras Miss President's name? Stole? Wait, stole? Why would I do that? Huh. Could this Aki whatever guy be the kidnapper? This is a big deal, holy moly. The red-caped guy looks mean, but I'm Miss President's knight, I gotta protect her.
Miss President, he looks dangerous. Stay back.
Huh. So you're gonna fight back. You've got guts.
I won't let a half-naked kidnapper steal away Miss President.
Kidnapper? Actually, before we go any further with this, you should take off that ridiculous costume.
So you don't deny that you're half-naked? You're seriously suspicious, Buster. Plus, we've just met and you're asking me to strip? Are you in league with Kanji? Yes, that certain look you have. I definitely sense some similarities.
What are you raving about? Look, if you're gonna get in my way, I'm not gonna show any mercy.
The moment my gaze meets the red-caped guy's, my animal instinct goes wild and warns me of danger. This guy must be really strong, but still.
I'm Miss President's knight now. I can't let you beat me.
I admire your determination at least. What are you anyway?
Me? I'm a bear!
I've crossed paths with them many a time. Bears are very mysterious animals.
What?
Although none of the ones I've ever met can talk like you or have such strangely colored fur.
Oh, God! Those are real bears in the forest. What kind of life do you lead? Wait, before that, are you saying I'm not a real bear?
I don't need a lecture on my lifestyle from a freak in a costume. Enough with all the talking. Come at me.
When the red-caped guy breathes out, oh man. That's the red behind him. Can this guy use a persona? Now I'm really confused about who he is. Who is?
What's that? Never fear, Miss President. I'll stay true to my word and protect you.
I push the scared Miss President behind my adorable back and glare at the red-caped guy. I don't know who he is, but it's time for me to step up to the plate and show I can do it.
I had a feeling you wouldn't be fazed to see a persona. Alright. This is the P1 Grand Prix, right? If you want to see it that bad, I'll show you what it means to be the manliest of all men.
Ah! That sounds like something Kanji would say. I don't like this. Is there any way I can turn down your kind offer?
Now, there's no need to be modest. If you're gonna claim to be a bear, show me your wild side. Here we go.
So, damit wir wenigstens heute einen Kampf drin haben. Weil mir ist gerade aufgefallen, wir hatten heute den ganzen Tag noch keinen, innerhalb von der Stunde und, weiß nicht, knapp 7 Minuten, keinen einzigen Kampf, nur Story. Machen wir jetzt wenigstens noch den Kampf hier.
Final. Fight.
Was hat denn der bitte für Angriffe? Fuck? Also Teddy hat ein sehr interessantes Moveset. Sehr interessant. Ah ja, gut. Jo, haben wir wenigstens einen Kampf drin gehabt. Okay, nächste Woche geht's weiter mit Teddy Story.